channel. Hi, everybody. I am romanticizing being near the end of the line. And it feels so good, y'all. Let me tell y'all about romanticizing being near the end of the line. You literally feel like you can do so much with your life then. That every other area of your life you can take your time doing. So we know that our dreams are not the only thing we have to do. We know we still have to clean, take care of ourselves, maybe take care of other people. We still have to do our spiritual practices if we're spiritual. We still have to take care of our health and a whole lot of other things. So when you romanticize being near the end of the line with your dreams, you actually end up succeeding with more peace in mind. You don't sacrifice years of your life as far as visible aging goes. So, for example, Stephen King may write 10,000 words a day, but he looks like he do. I'm not trying to be smart, but it looks like he sit there for hours without no sunshine, without no fresh air, and he's just in that hotel room with all that leftover stale energy, writing 10 pages, 10,000 words, and sacrificing his son, sacrificing getting some fresh air. And it's like he's doing that just so he can get his stuff out as soon as possible. But what is the point in achieving fast if you know you're sacrificing something that's precious? Like, I'm not sacrificing my youth, my beauty, just to pump out a novel in 30 days. Y'all, this is the realest conversation. Whenever you try to do things fast, you know you're sacrificing something that later on you're going to be like, dang, I should have never sacrificed that. You know darn well when Stephen King look in the mirror, he'd be like, why I look so dried up? And it's like nothing he could do about it because he let himself just sit in the crib for hours on that novel, just drying up. Okay? Somebody said, you go, girl. And when I say romanticizing being near the end of the line, it also means you're not doing as much as everybody else. So, for example, let's say somebody write a 200-page poetry book in 2 months, and I write only a 100-page in 2 months. Yeah, they're ahead of me because they wrote 200 pages, but is their book as good as mine? Y'all, this is real. They might have put out 200 pages of poetry in 2 months, and I only did 100. But if you compare our skill set and compare our talent, who's the winner? I'm probably going to be the winner because I would have more time to edit as well as writing those first drafts very slowly at peace. Okay? When you are romanticizing being near the end of the line, you're focused on quality. And people are not quick to forgive you for lack of quality. They're not quick to forgive you for that. Your fans, your readers, the people that donate, they're not quick to forgive you for having such low quality of your work. So it doesn't matter, like, it really doesn't matter how long your videos are on YouTube or how many videos you're putting up. It really just matters the quality of quality. Now, of course, you're probably going you're probably not going to have as much views as other people. I'm using an example, but you may have the videos you put up may all have gone viral because you focused on quality rather than how many videos you put up on your YouTube channel. So you may get monetized just as fast as somebody else who put up 100 videos on their YouTube and you only put up 50. Your quality's better. And people may be like, oh, I left you in the dust. I didn't put up 100 videos on my YouTube. You only put up 50, and be like, no, you didn't leave me in the dust because my 50 videos, at least 25 of those videos went viral. You have 100 videos and only 10 of your videos went viral because you put up 100 videos in 1 month, and I put up 50 in 1 month. But I took my time. For example, when we think about grown-up stuff, like what we do in the bedroom, we know there's a limit to how often we want some, grown-up bedroom business to go fast, right? We want it to brew. We want kindling in the bed, slow rubbing. And then, when it gets close to the finish line, then you go faster. But people who want to be in the front of the line, they're just fast. That's what they're doing. Okay? They're just going in on the fastness. And let me tell you, y'all, my phone is ringing. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. 1 second. It's messing up. They're trying to be at the front of the line. One thing I learned is that the final taste of success is not that delicious. It's not that delicious because they were rushing. So the grand finale is like, oh, that was good. But by me taking my time, the grand finale for me is like, dang, that was good. I got to savor every single taste of this journey. Y'all, this is the best talk. So that's just something that you ever see people at the front of the line in Walmart and they're going fast. When you're at the back and you're near the end, you don't feel like you got to go fast. You feel like you can go as fast as you want, slow as you want, right? So I feel like long as I'm not trying to be the winner and I'm going slow, my energy is at peace, y'all. Don't go empty so fast. When I think about people who understood this, I think about Hemingway. The man literally did 500 words only a day compared to a lot of other writers who were doing 5,000 words a day. But if you look at Hemingway's success compared to writers who were writing about the same amount of time as Hemingway had bigger success. Hemingway got Nobel Prizes. The people that was putting out more than him didn't get Nobel Prizes. So you see what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. Success requires you to have distance from what you're creating. If you're trying to be at the front of the line and trying to get there fast, you didn't spend enough time distancing yourself from what you created so you can see how you can take it to the next level. In your mind, you're going to think, oh, this is a great level because you're rushing. You're trying to get there fast. But when you're like, I'm okay coming in last, I'm okay with that, you're going to take your time to see how you can take your work to another level and another level and another level. Maybe different interpretations of your own work. Maybe putting it in different forms. Giving it a different language. Multiple languages. Like Literally being able to like treat each piece of yours like it's the Sistine Chapel. Like you are Michelangelo doing the Sistine Chapel. You'll be able to do that because you ain't trying to come in first. Okay, you're not trying to come in first. And whatever you are trying to master is most likely going to stick in your mind because you took your time. You did not care if other people in your field was leaving you behind. You know that when you get there, you're probably going to know more about it than more about the genre than they do. If both of y'all went to be quizzed, you would get more of the answers right than they did. Because they were rushing, trying to go first, trying to be first. Y'all. So, if you're starting new YouTubes, if you're working on your lifestyle channels, or if you are attempting to master something, say, I don't want to be the winner. Like literally romanticizing you even doing it for a short amount of time every day. So I saw a quote before I got this download, the romanticizing being at the back of the line. This quote, this lady said she pictures her life in 1 hour. Now that is going slow. That is someone who do not care if they're way at the back of the line. So that's what this lady said. Credit goes to the author of that quote. She says she doesn't picture her life in years. She picture lives of hers in days and a life of hers within an hour. So let's say you sat down for an hour and the 3 things that you really enjoy doing that would make you feel like you have life, that you're living your life. What if you did those 3 things every hour? So let's say you was a painter, a writer, and a singer, but you're also a reader and a researcher. So what if you gave 20 minutes to one of those things that matters most to you? So like 20 minutes to writing, if it matters most to you, and 15 minutes to painting. So whatever matters the least to you will get the least amount of time, will get the smallest amount of time out of that hour. So if reading didn't matter that much to me, then I would read for maybe only 10 minutes. So I would write for 20 minutes, I would paint for 15 minutes, I would read for 10 minutes. And then maybe the last 10 minutes would be meditation. I would meditate maybe for 7 minutes, and then 10 minutes would be 15 minutes would be my shower. So you see what I'm saying? And I might squeeze in a little minute. What I'm saying is learning how to realize that minimalism, we call it minimalism, but it's not really called that. It's called moving at a healthy speed. Making sure that your energy is moving at a peaceful speed and your energy is not moving towards anxiety. If anything, when you're trying to achieve, it should be moving away from anxiety. But if you're trying to be at the front of the line, you're trying to keep up with other people who are coming in first, then you're moving towards anxiety. And anxiety will always trigger fear. And the longer you try to keep up with people who are at the front of the line, the more often you're having anxiety. And then the more fear you will have. The stronger the fear will get. The stronger the fear will get. Okay? All right, I've been talking for 15 minutes. I'm going to do a part 2 of this video, possibly within an hour or 2. If you feel me on this video, let me know. If you'd like to send a donation, you can send a donation to my Cash App at #Coach B Hunter. Bye, everybody.